real, W. This is your mama song? Listen, we ain't had no business singing this song. Oh, Polly, enjoy it, because you'll be ripping and running. That we could go past so fast. Danny, you in that hair. Just get you some locks and just be done with it. You ain't gotta worry about done that no more. Hey, Aaron. The boxes is open. This is today's chat is gonna be about like y'all know we always watching the true crime. And just one thing that y'all know we always watching the true crime. And just one thing that I've noticed about the true crimes that we've been watching the last few days. You know, they always have a money tied to them. Hey, Anita. They always have, you know, some unaliving tied to it. So like get into this. Like I think I was talking about it yesterday when I walked. Like, what do y'all think are the causes of like? And especially like when I've listened to some of those cases where the people have been together for like years, like they've been together 15, 20 years and so on and so forth. And here now it is, you said, I wanna take her out. Yeah, please grab your daily heart meats if you can. If you can, tap into the gift goal. I forgot what those things are called. What turns like, can y'all still hear me? Because it says something about disconnection. That turns like the love deadly and y'all just been went and left. Y'all was so in love 30 seconds ago and now, you know, y'all hate each other now. Y'all won't take each other up out of there. Like how y'all get there? I guess it's like the question that I asked. How do you go from point A to point B? And so I want y'all to listen to something really, really quick. Give it a couple of minutes. Cause y'all to see like how do we get to we hate each other. Or I haven't really seen a lot of them where like they just got married and it goes awry. It seemed like it'd be more of the people who, when they telling the stories, they be like, oh, they were so in love, and I never would have thunk it. I never would have thunk it, and then baby, they is gone. One of them is gone, rather. Well, both of them gone, because usually, you know how that go. Somebody got to pay for it. Come on. Okay. Cheating and greed. But sometimes, Danny, a lot of times, like a few of the stories that we've listened to, it wasn't a lot of cheating. You know, you hear some stories where it's cheating, but for the most part, you cannot change. Okay, landscape. All right. So it's like, dang. Then maybe it's always about the money. It could be. I just be wondering, like when y'all was broke, y'all was good, but then y'all start getting a little bit of money, and now it's like I gotta take one of y'all out of there. So here's a quick little, well, about 10-minute video.
Led to a plot that turned a marriage into a tragedy. Stay tuned as we unravel the chilling details of how greed and betrayal shattered lives,
So do
and
y'all think it's
ultimately
greed and
how
betrayal?
Mark's own home became the setting for his untimely demise. The crime that unfolded in Jonesboro, Arkansas on August 24, 2011, started as a seemingly tragic event, an ambush of a father of three in his own home. But as the layers peeled away, what emerged was a plot driven by greed, betrayal, and murder. The life of Mark Despain, a 34-year-old successful real estate appraiser, was taken by two bullets, leaving behind a haunting story of deception, masterminded by the people closest to him. Mark Despain was a well-regarded man in his community, a father devoted to his family, and a businessman with a thriving real estate venture. He lived with his wife Michelle and their children in an upscale neighborhood in Jonesboro. On the day of his murder, Mark had returned home from lunch, where he had shared ice cream with his wife, unaware that he was walking into a trap. As the ice cream melted on the kitchen table, Mark was gunned down. His wife Michelle made a panicked 911 call, identifying her husband as the victim. Initially, the crime appeared to be a burglary gone wrong, but clues at the scene and testimony from neighbors soon suggested otherwise. Detective Vic Brooks was one of the first to arrive at the Despain household. As he surveyed the scene, certain details seemed odd. For one, valuable items that would typically attract thieves remained untouched. Mark's cell phone was left on the kitchen table, right next to the ice cream he had brought home. It seemed clear that Mark was taken by surprise, but the idea of a random burglary didn't align with the scene Brooks was observing. Someone had staged the scene to look like a robbery, but the meticulousness of the attempt raised Brooks's suspicions. Adding to the complexity, a confrontation was already unfolding outside the house. Mark's father-in-law, Carl Kelly, was screaming profanities at Mark's father, Jack Despain. This open animosity raised immediate red flags for Brooks. Interrogations began the same day. Kelly, in his interview, was quick to suggest that if this was a murder disguised as a robbery, Jack was the culprit. According to Kelly, there had been bad blood between the families for over 5 years. Jack, however, presented a different theory. He believed that Kelly and Michelle were behind the murder. He urged investigators to look at the other side of the family for a motive, hinting at a conspiracy much darker than anyone could have imagined. Mark's life with Michelle had started normally enough. They met when they were young, and after she became pregnant, they decided to marry. Mark embraced not only Michelle but also her daughter from a previous relationship. The couple settled into their life together, with Mark joining his family's real estate business. As Tanner, Mark's mother, would later recount, Mark worked hard, but Michelle had expensive tastes. Still, he seemed content to provide for his family, enjoying the fruits of his success. However, all was not well beneath the surface. Tensions grew between the Despain family and the Kelly family, culminating in a family meeting where Mark and Michelle demanded more money from the business. This conversation exploded into a full-blown argument between Michelle and Jack, fracturing the relationship. While both families agreed to part ways business-wise, the bitterness between them remained. The estrangement only worsened when Michelle's teenage daughter accused Jack of forcing her to take nude photos. Mark and Michelle believed the accusations, cutting ties with Jack and calling the police. While no charges were ever filed after the investigation fell apart, the damage to the family had already been done. Mark and Michelle continued with their lives, but Jack could sense that his son's business was suffering. Several of the rental properties Mark managed were facing foreclosure, and tenants were being evicted. Mark, by all outward appearances, continued to maintain his success, but those close to him knew otherwise. What no one outside the marriage seemed to realize at the time was that Michelle had complete control over their finances. She not only worked at a local bank, but also handled the books for their real estate business. What's more, she had been carrying on an affair with a much younger man, a bank employee whom she lavishly supported with Mark's money. As financial pressures mounted, and perhaps sensing that Mark was becoming suspicious, Michelle's solution turned dark: murder for profit. Carl Kelly, Michelle's father, was her co-conspirator in this twisted plot. According to police records, the two exchanged text messages in the lead-up to Mark's murder, discussing the plan to kill him and split the insurance payout. On the day of the murder, Carl was giving a play-by-play of the events as they unfolded. He had even been to Mark's house earlier in the day, dropping off rent money, thus placing himself at the scene. But neither Michelle nor Carl anticipated the police's access to their phone records. Despite their attempts to delete incriminating messages, police forensic experts were able to recover the data, which revealed the details of their conspiracy. On the morning of the murder, Michelle had texted her father, "It has to be today." After Mark's murder, Carl sent updates to Michelle, confirming that the plan was unfolding as expected. The plot thickened further when police received a tip about a man named Terence Barker, known on the streets as Quallo. Barker had been bragging that he was the one who pulled the trigger, killing Mark Despain. Barker eventually confessed to being hired for the hit, though he didn't know Mark personally. He had been recruited by Johnny Hubbard, one of Mark's tenants and a friend of Carl Kelly. Hubbard, in turn, pointed the finger back at Kelly, confirming that it was Kelly who orchestrated the entire plot. In the aftermath of Mark's death, Michelle continued to act as if she were the grieving widow. She buried her husband and, chillingly, excluded Mark's parents from the funeral. As his family rushed to say their final goodbyes, the police were called to remove them from the scene. It was a cold and calculated move that gave investigators a glimpse into Michelle's true nature. The case against Michelle and Carl seemed airtight, but prosecutors faced challenges. Both Michelle and Carl had alibis supported by surveillance footage. Carl had gone to the bank to visit Michelle around the time of the murder. And another tape showed Michelle and Mark having lunch earlier in the day, even getting ice cream together. Still, the phone records and testimony from Barker, Hubbard, and others tied the conspiracy together. In 2014, Michelle negotiated a plea deal, admitting guilt on 3 counts of hindering apprehension. In exchange, she avoided the capital murder charge and was sentenced to 30 years in prison. Michelle waived her right to appeal and became eligible for parole after 5 years. In September 2019, she was granted parole, a decision that left many, including Mark's parents, Jack and Tana, with a sense of incomplete justice. The murder of Mark Despain is a chilling example of how greed and manipulation can destroy lives. The man who had given so much to his family was betrayed by the very people he trusted most. As his ice cream melted on the kitchen table, Mark's life was stolen in a senseless act of violence, orchestrated by those who should have protected him. In the end, the coldness of the crime mirrored the frozen hearts of the conspirators who plotted it. And that's the tragic story of how Mark Despain's life was cut short by the very people he trusted most. A web of lies, financial greed, and betrayal turned a family into suspects and left 3 children without their father. If you found this story thought-provoking, leave your thoughts in the comments below.
So, that was just a snippet. That was a short one because I know the rest of them be long as hell. So, and it's not just specifically on this particular case that we listened to, just in general. In general, I would like to have y'all come up if anybody wants to come up. I know Danny's combing here, but if anybody wants to come up and talk, because I feel like I'm talking to myself. Otherwise, it ain't gonna be messy about these messy folks, so y'all don't got to worry about the messy folks bugging y'all. But let's talk about where you say I do, and then somebody, yeah, because then, you know, I get it. They don't want to be up here with the messy mess. Or we being just a little bit messy. But no, it has nothing to do with these people over here. I ain't got nothing going on. But, so let's talk about it. Let's say, at what point do you think, like, financial constraints increase in your marriage, or even a long-term relationship? Because I don't even want to just put it all on a marriage, because you got some people in long-term relationships that share finances, build together, do all of the things or whatever, what have you. Do you think that financial strains is a contributor to why things become deadly, or one turns deadly on their person that they once loved and wanted to share their life with and have children with, and you know, put all of y'all eggs in a basket together? Like, do you think that overdoing it, when you overdoing it, makes the stress increase and makes you want to go deadly with your person? See what, ain't nobody up here making difference. I wonder if not the cost of, because why would you want to take someone's life? Yeah, that's a great question. I asked that question too. Like, why not just be over the person? Um, why not just be like, oh, okay, you know, this not working. We want to split, but it seems like lots of cases are not just amicable. We ain't working it out. You go your way, I'll go my way. It's like they don't want to. They don't want to share, you know, what they built together, which is crazy to me. Like, I feel like if we built this together, let's say we don't work out, why should we not share it? You know what I mean? Why should I get it all and we built it together brick by brick? And I know one person will always feel like I gave more. One person will feel like I gave less, because if you built, like, I gave less because if you built it, you know, especially if you got a family, like, you gave up something, like, whichever parent is the less in the company has to pick up more at home, whichever, you know, and vice versa. So that's the the crazy part to me. Well, when the well, when I was in a relationship, but I wanted to call. Right, but Danny, when you were in a relationship, were you doing everything? Like, when I say this, I'm talking like specifically, um, like like y'all sharing whatever it is that y'all share. Like, if you build a business, like, you're going to share something, and I don't always believe that it's financial. Because when you married, when you in, I don't even want to say married, because you got people that are in long-term relationships. When you are in a, why does one person feel like I should leave with it all when we built this together? Well, we were there. He had 2 jobs. 3 months later, I was the provider. Right, but so in that little bit of whatever time when it was over with, you just wanted to go. You wasn't like, let me take this ninja up out of here because I am the sole, breadwinner at this point. I'm providing and I'm doing all of these things. He might have been a bum, but in him being a bum, did it make you be like, let me devise a plan so I can take him out? Right, and we get like wanting to be free. I'm all about wanting to be free. I'm all about that. Um, Thank you, Ladybug. I'm just saying, like, and I think Danny, like, I think when you have something short term, I think like, unless y'all built a lot in a short amount of time, I'm talking about people who have history, a long history together. Um, and you guys have, because what the common theme that I have noticed in like these true crimes that have been somebody take another one out, they've been together for a while. They decide that they're going to build for a while. Like if it was somebody that 3 months, maybe you could go, I forgot about you. But like what we've built, especially if we've gotten married or we've solidified a relationship, and then we start to build on that relationship. We was like, but right, but Daddy, you guys were together, but did y'all build? Like you could be with somebody forever, but never build anything with them. What was premeditated? Parker. Hey, Booker.
Hey girl. I hear the echo, but it's probably because I got my headphones in.
Oh, I'm on the computer too, so I'm on the computer too, so it's always a little bitty echo for some strange reason.
No, but what I was going to say is, I can't even say because they've been together for a long time, because I seen a documentary, older lady, she ran through 3 men, unalived all three, got the money, but I think for the last one, it was her and her daughter. She got her daughter to help her, and everyone was for
Right,
for cash. But they weren't married long, so
well,
I
like
can't
for
say it's
her, but what
because
I'm
they
saying
be
for,
together for a long time.
but right, I think like if that's the case, I think like hers is probably like, listen, he got a little change. I'm about to get him. I'm about to get this cash up out of him. Now I think that those are like premeditated, um, and well thought out, because that's what they do.
Oh, that's not what we finna do.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I don't know if she meant to come up here.
Yeah, baby, no
Uh,
ma'am.
Genevieve, I don't know if you meant to come up here, but baby, you came up here. We hear Mama all in the background. So like, hey, Ray. Um, like her, she sound like she just sound like she in it for the money. To go ahead, get him. He got a little change. Let me get him and be done. But I'm talking about like the stories that we've been listening to where they be like, oh, they done been together for 10, 15, 20 years. They start building all of this stuff together, and then boom, somebody get took up out of
They
here.
just start hating each other. Yeah,
Right. So that's what I'm trying to
and
find out. Is it? Do you think
instead
that
of
is?
just leaving, it's easier to because they looking. Okay, I'm not saying this would be me, but if I put in that time, I would let me take myself out of the equation because that's gonna sound bad. Maybe they look at it as I've been with this person for this amount of time. I hate them, whatever the case may be. I'm leaving here with something, or I'm trying to leave here with something. So they start giving them vent,
Hold on, y'all.
slowly but surely.
You ain't even have to say that.
Well, that's what that girl did. She definitely did that thing.
Girl, that was So listen.
But you know, they start poisoning them. She
But that's what
it
they
didn't
doing.
work.
But we trying to get into like where does where do you all think like we making money together, we building shit together, we over here, we over here getting to because I'm not talking about like because you know it's some of those marriages where somebody is coming in and they got all the money. I ain't talking about that. I'm saying the ones where we ain't have it. We did something. We made something happen. Now we done built this and we done built this empire. And now I want to I'm ready to take you up out of there. Like that's the part that
Okay,
I
so
be
when you
wondering
say
like
okay,
when do like that part of your brain turn on and be like I want them gone.
okay, well then let's take the case with it was a husband and a wife. They were black. Um,
What?
I don't think they had kids yet, but he pushed her to go
Come
to
on, Lana.
school, all this stuff. She finished school, whatever. She
Yeah.
even pushed him to do things in his life that
God
he
bless you.
kind of like put off. So they were building, but he got jealous. Don't know why. Because like y'all both pushed each other to do these things to make a certain type, whatever, to live the lifestyle that y'all both wanted to live. But he started, I would say he got jealous. I don't know why. Maybe she made like a little bit, about $2 more than him. But it kind of probably festered. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Jealousy, child. I ain't in their mind, so I can't.
Okay, so then like for you, if you built with somebody, y'all been together for 10, 15 years, y'all built even if I sat on the background for a minute and I helped this and I helped that, what is one thing that you would think that would trigger you? I ain't gonna even say to unallow, but just be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Um, it's a lot of things. You know, I have a lot of icks.
Oh God.
I don't know. I think, to be realistic, maybe if the support started fizzling out, you get what I'm saying? You're not clapping when I reach certain milestones. I think that would get under my skin. And I probably would be like, you know what, I'm done. Because I supported you, I clapped for you, you know, when you only had two pair of socks and both of them had holes in them. But I just would be done. You know, I got a lot of icks that'll be like, bitch, I'm done. Packing up and gone.
So do you think like once so say y'all building and y'all know how when you build with somebody, again, if you have family, especially if you married or a long term relationship, y'all might have children and all of that. One person is going to kind of financially be in charge of things. Do you think that once that person, whoever, whichever person that is, sees that and the money is start to flow and things are getting good, do you think that once they start to see that and life has changed a little bit, does that make them show who their real self is, like, or
Yes.
show who this new self that they want to be? Because you ain't never had no money, so it can't be your real self. But like now y'all into this new money, is it showing you? Do you think that
Yes.
the access to the money changes who or shows that side of who they are? I guess.
Yes. Because look at the black dude who won the lottery.
What he do?
And
what he do?
You don't remember that? I can't think his name. But he was married. I think he was married or either engaged. And baby, she took him out of here. Took him slap up out of here. So it's just like,
well, baby, how much money?
And it's crazy because he broke bread with you.
Can y'all
It
grab
ain't
your
like
daily
he
how many
just
sip
won
you
the
have
lottery
already?
and just turned his back on you. He helped everybody because he was already a helping person before he won the lottery. But you knew he was a helping person, and he was already doing for like helping you, doing you. Probably did more when he won the lottery, but that wasn't enough.
So do you ever think that there is a time when couples start to make money together, um, that would like it would be okay to take them up out of there? Is there ever a justifiable reason to?
If they knocking your head in between the washer and the dryer and ain't shit getting done about it, or if they abusive, or if they pedos, yeah.
I mean, but no, I'm saying like in regards to the money. Let's say none of that stuff is happening. Like nothing violent is going
No.
on. So nothing to say like I can understand why, but like we see them taking them out of there for insurance money. We see they having affairs.
Let me not say no.
Right, we see that. We see people
because some people go through financial abuse. So let me not say no because I don't know what their financial abuse might look like. So I'm not gonna say.
Polly said if they had it offshore, you could take them up out of there.
That's why I said let me not say no because there is financial abuse, and I don't want to say no. I was gonna say no, but let me not say no because I don't know what their financial abuse looks like, and so for them, they might can't withstand it. And so they might feel like the only thing I could do.
So financial abuse in the sense of I don't let you spend nothing, or I spend everything, or both ways.
Both. I'm gonna give you what I want you to have, knowing that it maybe ain't enough, or if they got kids and the kids need this, but it's like, oh, I know how much it'll cost, but they really don't know how much it'll cost. They just don't want you to have it, so they're gonna give you an allowance. Yeah.
But would that be like, okay, so would that be a justifiable reason to say, hey?
To some people,
okay, so the question is for those that might have
missed
it.
That's why I said I can't say no because to some people that might be justifiable for them.
So for those that might have missed the question, when we're talking about true crimes, when you take somebody out as it relates to money only, we don't know nothing else that's going on, money issues, whatever the money issues, is there ever a time that justifies or is okay when you decide that I'm gonna take somebody up out of here? Can y'all think of a reason that would be justifiable why it's okay to take somebody out as it relates to money only in your marriage or long-term relationship? Yes, but still no, if that makes sense. How, Polly? Yes. What's the yes part of it? Yes. What's the yes part of it? What is the yes? If it is, let me know because I gotta. What? Okay, well, what's your list, Parker? What makes your list? What on your list is a yes? Just give me one thing, Polly. Give me one thing that's the yes on your list. No, but we've seen people take a whole family out because they thought it would be better for them. Correct. That's correct. That is correct, Samando. Just waiting to see what the just waiting to see what the yeses would be. Cause I want to know what's the yes. Cause
See, that's why I be sometimes I be like, oh, I want to be a stay at home. But then when I think about it, hell no, you ain't finna give me what you want me to have, bitch. No, sir. Not going for it. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no thanks.
Because then they'll hold it up your head. I make all the money. I put it. No, man. Quick 2-piece with a biscuit.
Not a quick two piece. I'm gonna have a hard time thinking of one. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like you, like I just wish I could be in the brain of the person that says, like, when is it like I want them gone? I know we see it a lot with insurance policies. Um, we see it a lot when businesses come around, and start to flourish. But it's like, what's that thing that says I want to take you up out of here now. I think it's time. I think we've made enough, or I think the insurance policy is enough that I can just in my mind, like, get away with it. Like, I just be wondering, like, when do it?
Time.
Listen, if y'all
Some
think,
of them almost tonight.
I'm gonna give
They
y'all a
almost
rule.
be about to get away. Almost be about to get away now, Tasha.
Y'all
Let's
need to
be
get up in the
honest.
morning
They
with us
almost
and
get
watch
away
true
with it.
crime. Because let me tell y'all this. Hey, sweet baby, every time
Hey, sweet baby.
it gets y'all every time. Okay. The Google. Stop Googling from your own fucking house and your own computer. Or your own cell phone.
Because he get them every time.
Every time.
They can
listen,
almost be getting away
baby,
with
write it down on a piece of paper and go take it somewhere else and Google search it, okay? And don't Google search it under your own name. Because they still can find it if you Google searched it. Oh, don't do it at your work computer. Don't do it at no computer that is tied to you in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Baby, that's the one thing. If I ain't learned nothing in the last 2 weeks, Google has been tearing y'all asses up. You people out here get ready to do something silly. Old school. Write it down on a piece of paper. Take it somewhere else. And
burn the piece of paper because
oh yeah, because the other fool, he left the writing on the piece of paper. That's how he got caught earlier today.
yeah.
Hey, Miss C. Let me tell y'all. It's baby, stop taking y'all phones with y'all when y'all go do whatever it is y'all go do. When y'all do what y'all do. Stop.
They ain't learned that they can ping it.
Baby.
The phones get y'all at Google. Baby, when I tell you the good old Google is every thought that come in your brain, stop putting it in the Google and asking it.
Blaming it on the cats, on the animals. Okay? Talking about the cat chew up the cords. Stop doing it.
But Tashi, what I was gonna say is a lot of the time when they take each child, like when they take somebody out, it's basically because they don't want them to have the money, right? Or they have some financial issues, and they're like, okay, if I take them out, then I can get the insurance policy. Every single time I've ever seen where the husband done took out the wife, or the wife done took out whatever, or hell, they done took out a business partner. They had an insurance policy on them, and they just wanted them up out of there so they can get the money.
Yes, and then you're going to have that person who feel like they did more to get the money. You get what I'm saying?
You're going to tell on you.
While you was laying down, I was taking care of kids, and you were out doing whatever. Bam. Now they unalive.
But Parker, you can have a trap phone, but you can have a trap phone. It got to be like a 3G phone. Cause the rest of the phones is gonna hit the towers, babe. Listen, they follow the man from what Florida to Virginia.
Yes.
Every Peter ping, 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 all the way up to Virginia. Okay? And took the lady up out of there and climbed up her bedroom like he's Spider Man. Took her up out of there. He thought he could just doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, back on home like he ain't did nothing.
Oh, and please, if you gonna be doing all that, baby, wear all black with a blue shiesty. Because baby, the way them surveillance cameras be tearing y'all up. Cause the way that boy was sitting out there on that bench.
You sitting on the bench just
And that
lollygagging, and people that took a picture of you. Cause you looking strange sitting in these people neighborhood. You just sit. Do you know it's written? Well, I almost got me put up off here. You know how very unfast you gotta be. Very unfast, okay? You got to be.
Also, don't do it on your work lunch break. Don't do it on your work lunch break.
No, Nikki. This man sat on the bench at the lady's house for a couple days. You know how strange that is for a big grown man just sitting outside? Hey, Neve. That's all I'm trying to say. Like,
no, I'm saying, if people gonna do it, don't go on their lunch break. Because somebody that's always nosy, a coworker, they'll be like, well, I seen him leave at X amount of time, and he didn't clock back in until...
And stop going to the Walmarts. They get y'all every time.
Or the Home Depot. Just in swiping people cards that ain't y'all's.
Then y'all gonna go to the Walmart right up the street from where you did the crime.
What you say? Sweet
right.
It's echoing. Am I echoing?
It's probably
it's
me. I'm on the computer.
It's Tashi's.
So it's gonna do it.
Just keep talking. Don't worry.
It was making me stutter. I'm over here stuttering like
It's me. Don't worry about it. Just keep talking.
So ask Sweet Baby Ray the question.
Hold on. So Sweet. So we're talking about people that's married or long-term relationships when they start to build with one another, start to get a little money. Why do they decide that they want to take one of the persons out? Do you think it's stress because now y'all making some money? Do you think it's desperation? Do you think it's greed? What do you think that one of the reasons is that people do it?
I definitely think it could be financial issues and a mix of I hate your ass.
But so when do you think the part comes in that I don't like you? Because like we've been together and we've built.
Well, when you're married with somebody or married to somebody for a long periodically time,
not a periodic,
people change. So the person could change into something you hate or somebody you hate. But you're with them because you don't believe in divorcing, right? But if you come into a bind and you got that nice life insurance sitting there, some people be like, I might as well.
So you think that like all of this time I really what's that? Did you think that all this time they really never liked each other? But yes, we got all of this financial stuff, we got all of these things, and now that we got so many things, now it's time for me to take you out of here.
I can think it could be either or. I think they married somebody that they love, but then the person turned into someone they hate, or they were. Because I hear the term, "Oh, I can grow to love you." That's odd to me. It's either you love them or you don't.
I
But
think
people say, "Oh, I could grow to love you," and maybe the growth never became love.
I think that's another topic for another day. But I will say this: there are a lot of arranged marriages that last forever, and they don't.
There is.
They're not in love, so they grow to love the person. Love is like an ebb and a flow. It's gonna come. It's gonna go. So
Yeah,
they have
and love and
something. They
loving
have
someone is
right,
two different things.
right. They have something that works when you were put with some. And I mean, I think even just naturally, you might just learn to love somebody if you've been with them for so long and they were good to you. Um, so I think
I
like
guess, but that's why I say it's situational as to why someone would take somebody out for some money.
so. Do you
I
ever do?
mean, but if you look at for money, most times it's the financial issues or they just get greedy. Like how many times do we see the woman that get a new boyfriend and she says, "Let's take my husband out and we can split this money."
Right? That's true.
And he go and do it because he wants the money.
Then y'all both go to jail.
Yeah. That's a reason too.
So Sweet and Nikki, do you think that there's ever a justifiable reason for it? Is there? And we only talking about
No.
money. We're not talking about adding nothing else. Not like they do this other stuff. Just money itself. Is there
To
ever a
unalive somebody for some money?
if you're with someone and to unalive them for the money, whatever way, insurance money, business money.
No. I don't think there's unless he was
Don't add
unless
nothing
it was
to
like
it.
domestic.
Don't add nothing to it.
Oh, okay.
Don't add nothing to it. Just strictly for the money.
No.
Tasha, I'll be right there.
Okay. How do you end up trusting somebody enough that they won't turn? I mean, like I'll be honest, just looking at like when I'm like we a lot of the stories that we've been watching the last few weeks have been that, and it's just like you trusted this person with everything. Like I might have gave my last to this if I was the working person in a relationship, and you're the working person in the relationship. We trusted in each other enough that we gave our last to build this, and it hits. And so like how is it that person that I'm sure you trusted with everything that you decide like now I want you up out of here. Baby, that's a different kind of greed to me. In my personal opinion, I think that is a different kind of greed. Now, do you guys think
It's
that
greed and you're a cold hard murderer, cause what?
Yeah. Do you think there are red flags that people see before it happens and you ignore it because it is your partner? And you just never would expect like they would do such a thing?
Hell yeah. It could be the smallest thing, but there was a flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always red flags.
But do you think that
he started working later, or she started, she got distant.
It could be down to something as simple as not being being considerate. You got me stuttering.
See? Echo.
Yeah, like the person just starts being inconsiderate.
I think that happens a lot. I think there are even some things like do you believe like you're supposed to go and like would you go like say for instance you guys are now getting money would you do you think that one red flag that's always missed that I have noticed is that like they get these crazy insurance policies and don't nobody you have no idea. Yeah, it could be a control issue too.
I mean, but a lot of times, a lot of times you don't know they got that policy out on you. How many times have you seen that, like, he has signed it or she signed it? So a lot of times those policies aren't coming out until it's a little too late.
Or like they have it. They a lot of times they have it, but they don't know that one person has went and made some adjustments. Right, and
I mean, they have them
especially
like that too.
especially in the amount of money some of them be having, it'd be a lot of money. You'd be like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on, that's a lot of money.
But I've also seen it to where they didn't even know that they had that big of a policy on them because they went and opened a whole nother policy.
Yeah,
So they thinking, okay, you just gonna get $500,000, and next thing you know, no, it's $2 million.
right. Would you?
Or hell, a red flag could be the bills keep coming. Things keep piling up, and
Now I
there's
have a
always an
question.
excuse
Like,
as to why.
so, like, do you think? Would you be? I for me. Let me say this. Would you be weirded out if you were in a relationship with somebody and they are you married, y'all together for a long period of time, and like you got you it's so secretive about the bills. It's so like stuff is so harbored so tight. Would that is that not a would that be like a red flag for any of y'all? Cause like what's going on there?
That's
Like
that's definitely a red flag
like
because
why we not openly discussing like the finances? Why I now I believe like one person should manage the finances, but I don't believe because one person could be better than the other. Um, but like you mean to tell me we don't have no oversight? I don't know what you spending. You don't know what I'm spending. I don't even know what's in the accounts, and you don't know what's in the accounts. That's
yeah,
that's wild to me. Like, cause when I
I
hear
don't
like
think I
some of them, they
trust
be like, I
anybody
didn't
enough for
know,
that.
I didn't know that they were spending, millions of dollars on this. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. And I even think like if we have a business together, no, I don't need to be intimately involved if it's your business. But if it's finances that's financing the home and financing your business, I think you should, whoever the person is should be privy to that. If you with somebody, because guess what, we all see a lot of times, people be doing all kind of crazy stuff through the business.
Well, and then you see sometimes where they're like, oh, I didn't even know we were this behind to where we were going into foreclosure.
Right.
You find out he got a hit out on you, or she got a hit out on you. It's because they done went so far into debt. Damn it, this echo is killing me. They done went so far into debt that they trying to pull themselves back out. Well, unfortunately.
Whew. Grim Reaper.
So
Hell, I
what
seen somebody did it to one of his coworkers.
did what?
Got a policy on them and off them.
Oh wow. Now that's a bit deep.
Yeah. I can't even say coworker. It wasn't his employee. They lived out in the middle of nowhere. He was like his farmhand or some shit like that. So, don't know.
I was saying, so you know, these people been getting insurance policies on people forever. So I don't know if that's nothing new, but I don't know.
But getting one on your employee body.
Yeah, that's a bit different. Thank you, Diamond Jenny.
Next thing you
If y'all
know,
haven't grabbed y'all daily harmony, please grab it if you can.
then they find an employee up under the tractor.
So do
It
you
was an
guys?
accident.
So do you? So like our social media couples that we see, the ones that share the spread and do all of this other stuff, and then you know, a year later you pop up and they got all kind of financial this and financial that, or we've seen where there's been some social media couples that you know somebody that took one another out of that. Do you think social media gives them the ability to hide who they really are financially, or you know, just realistically? So
Social
they,
media definitely hide who they are. Man,
so
how
if
many times have we seen this couple that is just this great couple? It's just perfect. The next thing you know, either she gone or he gone.
and then the news tell you, you be like, dang, all that stuff happened.
But then you go back to the video, and there was red flags that everybody missed. Everybody took it as a joke.
Yep. And again, I'll say this: we have all been guilty where you're sitting in the live, and so sitting in the live, the perception that you get sometimes is so different than when you actually come out of it. The smoke has cleared, and you can just really sit and listen, and then or listen and see. Then you just be like, oh, I see all of that shit that was going on now, or I hear all of those things that you might not have heard during the live, so to speak. Especially depending on the live, you know, was it a lot going on? Were people, you know, was it whatever it was? I just think like when you go back and you listen, you hear so much different. You see so many
Almost
things that
definitely.
you probably didn't see before.
Well, that's why I said, everybody ignored it or did not or missed it.
Yeah.
When I say everybody, I mean all of us.
Yeah.
If we sat there in the live or we sat there and watched the videos and we key that stuff that it's kind of cringy after you think about it.
In the moment is so different.
Right.
So if you were with somebody all together long term, if all of a sudden they take out a huge insurance policy on you, would you feel like it's security, or would you have in the back of your head a little bit of suspicion? Not that they didn't do it, you know about it. It's no secret, but just all of a sudden they just pop up like, "Hey, babe," or whatever. You know, y'all may have talked about it, may not have talked about it, but then you look, it's a huge policy. Would that be like a red flag to you? Would that alarm you, or would you think that like, oh, we're just setting up, you know, some securities in the event something was to happen? And I ain't talking about no fly by night person that you with. I mean somebody that you've been with for some significant time and or married to.
So unfortunately, I'm not too much ID channel. So I'm a side eye. I'm sorry. I'm the same person. If I hear somebody behind me in the hallway, I'm looking back to see who's behind me. Just saying.
I'll be honest, I'm like 50-50 on it. I'm 50-50 on it.
I'm like Danny. It's gonna be a conspiracy.
Huh?
I said I'm like Danny. It's gonna be a conspiracy.
Yeah. I'm like 50-50 because I think I would look at it like are we in a space where we should consider how we should live in the event that something was to happen? Are we in a space? Do we have small kids, not little kids, but still small enough where, like, if something was to happen to me, or something was to happen to you, it would be a financial hardship. So, like, I think you just take so many things into consideration. But then I also will be like, uh, you be on alert. Like, shit, do I go to sleep around? Do I go to sleep around, or I don't know. So that's why I said it's like 50. It's like 50-50 because I too watch a lot of these stories, and it will be very alarming. And so you be side eye like,
I'm gonna need to
ooh,
watch all, make my drinks.
right? Don't do nothing for me.
Can
So
I
like,
make you a
and
drink?
then
No.
who wants to live like that? Like, who wants to live
Exactly.
like with that side eye every single time because you think like, oh, this might be it right here, or whatever.
Let me
So,
get you some food. Ooh, let me stand in the kitchen.
right, like I gotta stand it. But scared to go to your car, scared to, yeah. So I don't know. It's the world got us
Taking my
all.
breaks every time I get in the car.
Listen, the world got us all fucked up thinking somebody gonna do something to us. So who do you think?
I mean, it's a mess of world.
So who which sex do you think is most likely to unalive for insurance money, and why?
Men,
Why?
because they have that pride thing.
Why Ashade?
Men have a pride issue.
A pride issue
They're
for
the
what?
same ones that will unalive a whole family because they lost their job. Because I can't let my
Well,
family.
because their man is so like it's so bad.
I mean, but I get it though. Most men have a pride issue. Now you're saying a lot of times it is men. Like they'll go to work, lose their job, come home, and off their whole family. Because I don't want them to live in this world where I can't provide for them. They go into
I mean, I,
bankruptcy or
I, I let me
whatever,
say this. I do
and
agree.
they off the whole family.
I do agree that it is men. I think men because they are they want they they want to just be like kind of a little bit have what you said. They wanna be a provider, and it's some for some strange reason maybe in their brain it's like it's easier to take you out than to let you go. They also don't want to they when they are done with you they don't want to share anything else with you. Um, Not more much more in my opinion than women. Women are more willing to be like, hey, we built this together. You take whatever the fuck you supposed to have and go on about your business. I'm gonna take what I'm supposed to have and go on about my business. And it is what it is. For the most part, a lot of women will probably rebuild off of whatever that is, even if it's a loss.
Most.
Yeah, most will. If it's a loss to them, where sometimes I feel like men will just harbor in their anger for you taking half or whatever it is that you get, be so angry with you that they can't get past it, that they sulk and think of every way to make it miserable for you.
Right.
That is why so that's why I think that they do a lot of the things that they do. I Like I said, I do believe men do it much
Oh,
more than women. I think women I think women, on the other hand, um, do it to sometimes just get away, um, and they want the financial part of it, but it's more so I want to get away. I want to be with somebody. I want to be with somebody else, and it's easier to take you up out of
Most
here.
women
It's an emotional thing with
are
them.
more resilient than men. We bounce back. Where men, something happens, they're like, it's gonna be so hard to bounce back. I'm not gonna be able to get to the level that I'm at. I just can't do this. They don't want to do the work to rebuild it.
And a lot of
And
times,
not all,
but
but
a
a
lot
lot.
of times it's because it was the woman that was doing a lot of the building. And so, like,
Right.
let's just be honest. So that's why I think sometimes it's easier for the women to be much more resilient and bounce back and do all of those things is because a lot of times they've done a lot of the leg work. Um, so it's just kind of easier that way.
I mean, because if I look at my job, right, the best couriers at my job are women. Women will pick up the heavy stuff. Women are going to get their stuff done on time. Men, they don't even want to come to work half the time. I work with a young man, and he says he's waiting for his girlfriend slash fiance to graduate college so that he doesn't have to work full time anymore. Yeah.
So when she finish, he gonna just work part time.
Yes. Now, mind you, they don't have any kids or nothing, so he don't have, that daycare issue, nothing. So,
So he prepared. He prepared for her to take care of him.
yeah.
Listen,
That's
but I'll
exactly
say
what he
this.
want to be,
But
baby.
what
Be a
I
kept
will say
man.
is a lot of women, have kind of created some of the men that we have nowadays too. So,
Oh, definitely.
like I can't 100% put that on her or him, because for some reason she gave him the perception like, oh, when I get finished with school, probably you don't have to worry about anything. And baby, when you get finished with school, you might not even want him. And so, but in his mind, he's like banking on, let me do this little bit of work until you get finished, because I guess it's gonna benefit him. Baby, ain't no way. Let me tell you something. And I'll say this, and they wonder why a lot of women are, um, so masculine. Like, for a man to even like have in their mind, when my girl finished school, I don't give a damn what she going to be. If she gonna make goo gobs of money more than you, that your main focus is, I'm gonna do this just enough till she get finished, and then I'm gonna stop. Like,
Mm-hmm.
is you cool? But again, she gave him that perception. Somebody somewhere along the line in their relationship, she gave him the thought that that's what they will be end up doing. And I'm gonna tell you this: he sound like somebody who will be on this list of people that, if she do,
Mm-hmm.
she will be gone, because you creating something, and I don't know if that's what she agreed on, but you're creating something that is the definite, perfect storm for being on the news, being a story that we might watch in a few little couple of years.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna be mad, and imagine she asked him to work after you've probably made this agreement with him for whatever, and why you don't want to work
Right.
as a productive grown man. That's the sickening part. But child, what do you do?
But yeah, the women work way more hours than the men at my job. The men just don't want to work.
I just don't want to work. Well, the moral of the story is stay away from these men. Look out for the
Don't
red.
get yourself a Liam.
Stay away from these men and women who are bloodhounds for the money. If you know, because like sometimes you come in with some money and then they want to get you. You can be together. You can start making a little bit of more money and then they want to get you. Y'all can build together and one on want to get you, whichever. And I don't care which side of the fence it's on. But in any three of those scenarios, you could be a victim. So look out for the red flags, whether you've been with them for 1 year, 1 day, or 20 years. Look out for the red flags. When stuff ain't right, stuff ain't sitting right with your soul, because we all got a gut. We should be tapping into it at some point or another, because it don't never lie to us. And if you feel like it's lying to you, you're feeling a little something down in there, you better go start looking, baby. If you think your man got some policies or your woman got some policies on you, start looking. I think it's a site out there where you can look to see if there's any active policies on you right now. Do your own research. Make sure, like the person, make sure, be suggestive about who you make the beneficiary. Sometimes your partner might not be the right person to make the beneficiary. It might got to be somebody else that you trust, that might do right. You gotta figure out ways. You gotta understand when you start building fast with somebody, keep your head on the swivel. Cause it seems like that's what I've been seeing a lot of, when y'all start building and getting more and getting all of these things. Um, feelings you start to dislike somebody real quick. I don't know how that happens, but it seems like it happens that way. Listen, don't be out here buying boats and planes and trains and automobiles, because again, creating financial woes, creating financial burdens, getting over your head too much is also another one of them red flags that we've been seeing. Um, I mean, you can't stop anybody from cheating, but that's the next red flag. But look at your partner. You should know when your partner is different. Even I don't care how long it's been with y'all together. You know when a person is moving differently. You know it's only so long that they can hide whatever it is that they do. It's only so long. So like, pay attention. That's what I would tell y'all. Cause baby, it seems like these people are paying no attention and check. Sit down with your loved one. Go through their finances. Be nosy. If you feel like whatever, be nosy. Sometimes you got to be a little nosy if you got a little secret squirrel. And baby, if you got a secret squirrel around you, that should be a red flag. Especially if y'all have been together for some time, where y'all should be sharing all kind of stuff. And baby, if you can't know what's going on, should be a red flag. A huge red flag. Don't get yourself taken up out of here. My brother and my 12 kids, Daddy V. Hey, Red.
Who got 12 kids?
That's
Red.
Daddy put that in the doggone chat. Ain't no telling what she talking about. He won't get
Lord
a
have
thing.
mercy.
So Daddy got 13 people as her beneficiary. Ain't gonna nothing be left but $12. They gonna split amongst themselves, child. I'm gonna buy a boat.
Hell, I done seen it where the dog is the beneficiary.
So then, what happens to the money? Does it go to? Does it go
It
to?
goes to the dog.
I mean, I know it
So
goes to the dog, but then like, who becomes like the benefactor for the dog? The dog can't fucking spend the money.
so when I used to groom dogs, there was a lady who passed away and left her money to a golden retriever.
She's be doing any fucking
Her
thing.
nephew then had to take care of the golden retriever.
But then when the dog
That
died,
house
do
was
it
the
go
golden
to
retrievers.
the goes to the estate, right, or a trust?
Yes.
Child.
But the house, golden retrievers. He had to keep up vet visits. He had to keep up, boarding, grooming, all of that. If he missed any of it, it was in his contract. It went to wherever else.
You ever wonder what was
But
most
then, I
expensive
mean,
about
I
a
get
wedding?
all of that. Like, you leave all of this money for a dog. How much is a dog? Because, like, but once the dog is gone, so now your money goes. You gotta go to a estate, right?
Yeah. But I think what it
I think
is
that's
a lot
crazy.
of times these people, they pass away and people like put their dog in like the shelter or wherever. It's enforceable by a lawyer. It's written in her will.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could write it because you just put it. You put
Oh no,
everything in
I
it.
was talking about Polly. Polly
Right.
asked, how was it enforceable? It's enforceable by a lawyer.
And I get all of that, but like, then let's just say the dog just does this what it's gonna do. And 9 times out of 10, the dog just as old as the person that ain't here no more. However,
Well, the dog was actually young. She got that dog. Them older people be getting puppies.
but what happens when the dog is gone? Because they're not gonna go through money like a human would go through money.
When the dog is gone, the money goes to whatever human takes care of it.
Oh, okay. Now I can respect that.
But her whole purpose was take care of my dog. Don't put my dog in no shelter. You want my money? You're gonna take my care. You're gonna take care of my dog.
Oh, I can respect. Now I can respect that. Now that part I can respect. I know there's some people that give money to animals, and not like whatever, wherever the dogs be saying, not like a shelter or something like that, but like we'll just get it. I always wonder, like, well, what the hell? So then you okay if the dog passes away? Because again, dogs don't spend money like humans. I get take care of the dog. I get don't let them miss a beat about on. However I took care of the dog, and all of the things that I read out. I believe that you should honor those things. But it's just like some people money just goes to an estate because you only left it to a damn dog, or in a trust, and so eventually the trust is gonna convert and go to us in a estate, and it's gonna go back to the government.
Well, they don't like their family, as Danny said.
I mean, even if I didn't, I just would not want a government to get it back. You know, worked and did all of these things,
Right.
and put all of this. Like, give it to some kind of human, somebody that's gonna, at least utilize it.
Donate it to a university.
Right, something. It got to be something else you like, but to let it go back, I think that's insane.
This one, I think it went to the nephew. You want my money? You take care of my dog.
I respect that. Because
You want my house?
baby, I was
You
like,
take care of my
listen, for free money and free housing, baby, Queen Sheba, she is.
Yes.
You don't have to
Make
do
sure my
nothing.
dog is groomed. Feed him, give him water, exercise him.
Right,
Take
and
him to the
probably
vet.
like Polly, I respect that. I don't care where you like give it to something or somebody that would benefit it. Like, don't give it to a dog, literally. And let's get a dog 10 years. Even in 10 years, how much money can a dog actually spend? Depending, whatever your money is. If you had a nice amount of money,
Well, I'm guessing, like with her, I don't know. Because, like, the nephew could live in the house. Now, was the house paid off? We don't know. So some of that money could be going to, housing expenses.
but a lot of times if you set it up when you pass away, the house is paid for. If you set it up
So, I
correctly.
mean, like I said, I don't know. I don't know how old she was when she passed away. I don't know if it was, natural causes or she had an illness. I don't know none of that. But I mean,
Red,
housing
and I
costs.
get it.
He literally don't have to work.
Right, and I wrote Red. I get it. Like I set your babies up however you see fit. Whoever it is, I agree with setting it up however you need to set it up with whoever you love and whoever you want, whatever to go to. But like if you have a considerable amount of money that you know a dog, honestly, a dog by itself could never use up. To me, it makes I personally believe it makes no sense for it not to go to something or someone that it will be of value to if you're no longer here. Because the dog is going to get its benefits, but then, hey, let's just be honest. What if the dog is gone because it's lonely and miss you, and it's gone? It's gone in a year.
Yes, Danny, dogs get insulin.
Yes, Daddy B.
They can
Dog
get
get
diabetes just like
get
people.
everything that the humans get, damn near. Because guess what? Y'all treat them like humans.
That part.
So they got sugar
No, my dog
They
had the
got
canine
sugar
flu one time.
diabetes.
Amani had the flu. We both was
They
in here
get
just
everything.
coughing.
They get arthritis. They get cancer. They get stomach issues. They get heart issues. They get lung issues. They got every organ you got.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ash. So the
Yeah,
same.
Danny, my dog got the flu.
Run around. Not
He,
your dog was on
he got it
Prozac.
from other dogs.
Now, Polly, why was the dog
I
on
like we get
Prozac?
from
Not the dog was depressed. Now that's a bit.
Yeah, dogs can depressed too.
Like, child, that's just a bit much. I mean, how y'all determine it? Just stop running around or something?
It starts acting. You can tell that they don't act the same.
She had it like, oh, it was for age.
Like we would have people bring their dogs to the boarding facility, and the dogs wouldn't eat for 3-4 days because their people were gone. They would just sit in the corner, not move.
Oh,
Just sad.
just saying. Child. Not on triathlon.
Then you got the dogs that got anxiety.
Now, I think Chi
Then you got the little old
I think Chi Wawas, all of them need some damn Ativan.
Oh, they all got
'Cause,
anxiety.
baby, whoever got one of them dogs, bless your ministry if you kept it. Because my sister-in-law had one, and that little fucker. I told her, baby, I can't come back to your house until you get rid of that dog. Because, baby, dude's way too much. Girl, he be just all over you, crossing all over your head. Get this fucking pipsqueak up out of here. He don't care. I was like, what? Why would you get this little hot dog? get baby. I couldn't. That's on. I ain't go back over her house until she got rid of that dog. It was about 3 years. I ain't coming back over here. I don't come over here to be climbed all pissed on my baby's foot. Baby, get this little crazy ass dog. I I was like, I don't even know how y'all like
the
this
dog
dog.
scene?
Listen, Parker, you laughing. I ain't gonna visit her for 3 years until she got rid of that damn dog. Cause I was like, this little fucker is crazy. I don't got this type of time. I
Right
felt
now,
like he just was like,
got to
I
do
had
this.
never been like abused like that by a dog. Like, I was like, oh yeah, this dog, this is what this dog do all the time. Oh, I told him, I was like, I'll see y'all when y'all get rid of this dog. Cause baby, he's just too, I mean, he was so happy he was peeing on himself. Like, just, I was like, this is too much. I was like, he
The
don't
happy
never,
pee.
and he don't never like just like calm down. Like I was like, he don't never. Mind you, we had a beagle, and so like our beagle chill, like barely. Like I heard that beagle howl one time because they was like, oh, that dog gonna keep you up all night. I was like, no. I said everybody in my house is chill. The dog is gonna be chill. I bet y'all. I was like, I heard that beagle howl one time, and as he was outside or whatever, what have you. I think he seen like a raccoon or something. But other than that, never ever heard that. I was like, we don't. I would forget we even had a damn dog unless somebody came to the door. I'm like, that dog. You be on the phone with her, you hear him. You just. I said, oh, all day long y'all hear this noise and running and flying and pissing and baby. So whoever got a Chi Chihuahua girls and guys, bless y'all ministry, cause baby.
No, ma'am.
I don't even know too
I don't
many
like them
dog
dogs.
names, but I know what kind of dog that is. I know it when I see it, and I never want one of them little hot dogs. Well, I don't never want a dog no way, but I never ever in this life would have got one of them little hot dog things.
When me, hold on, Amani,
Hey, T.
come here, bring me that ball. It's got to be charged up. Let me charge your ball.
Now, what kind of ball needs to be charged, Nicole?
So this ball, it bounces itself and it rolls on the floor.
How the hell the ball bounce itself? Like, they gotta press a button or
Yeah,
something?
it bounces itself and rolls on the floor.
See, that's what's wrong with y'all technology people. Says the girl who loves technology.
You know, sometimes I just don't feel like playing with the ball. So it does it itself.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. So the moral of the story tonight, you guys, is don't unalive somebody. If you guys get together and start making money together, love on each other. Be okay with just getting your little portion. Be okay with walking away if you don't love them anymore. Yes, don't be, don't take nobody out. Well, this was the other part.
I can't make that promise.
What I did notice, one common thing, what I did notice, I think I said this earlier, this is more of a YT crime. Now, I'm not saying the other races don't do it, but what I did notice is that a high number of Caucasian folks, those were the people who did these type of activities, a lot more than any other race. So, I just be wondering why I can't get in their brain and figure that out. Like, what's that thing? Like that makes you say, I want to take my person up out of here. What's that trigger? Because like even when I watch these stories, like we never really get to the why they did it. Like you hear a lot of like excuses, but like the real reason, like what was that one thing that made you say, let me call these people and tell them I got a couple thousand to take you up out of here. Like, and then, this is the other thing. You mean to tell me your other person was only worth like I'd have heard 2,000, I'd have heard 5,000, I'd have heard 10,000. That's all. That's all you thought I was worth if you took me up out of here. It's definitely a sense of entitlement. Um, I just
I know
don't.
somebody that'll take somebody up out of here for a Snickers bar.
Right. See what I'm saying? Red, right? The one we listened to today, the policy was for 4 million, and you know y'all paid 10K for it. And I get you want to keep all of the money. I do. I really, really do. But like, that's like a steal to like end somebody's life. And of course, nobody gets the 4 mil because why? Y'all looked on the damn Google and got caught. And Nikki, I do get like some people's lives are taken for less, for way less. Um, I do get that part. So that is that is. Oh yeah, Aaron, you must have heard that story this morning. Yep, the policy was for
I
four
mean, my thing is
mil.
this: if you, I might not haunt you if I find out it's 4 million. 4 million. I kind of might get it from the afterlife. But if I
Well,
find out you
nobody.
gonna get it because you hated me,
Well, nobody got it because they went to jail. So
I know,
one
right? But I'm
gone
like,
and the
I'm
other
not.
one went to jail, and it wasn't even like a long time where you could be like, oh, well, they probably got a little bit of the policy because they paid out or whatever. And like even these
Yeah,
insurance
no.
policies, they ain't even paying out like that. So like you going to bludgeon somebody to the end of life, and you're not gonna even get paid by the insurance company immediately because guess what? They want to make sure it ain't you before they pay you.
Right. And I get all that, right?
Oh, okay. Here.
But I'm saying if from the afterlife,
Oh, you plan on getting folks to the
I'm like,
afterlife?
okay, it was $4 million. I get it. He didn't get the 4 million,
Right, Polly.
but he thought he was going to.
So right, you didn't spend. He might have spent a couple thousand because they always tell him I'm gonna give you the rest when the insurance policy kick in.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess clearly that's the part I don't understand. Like the TV shows is telling y'all what's going on these days. Like y'all can just watch the TV shows. Y'all, you're not about to get this money right away. You gonna be the
And
prime
see, the one I,
you gonna be the prime subject anyway. You gonna be prime number one.
right? But see, the one I don't get is you just hate me, so you gonna off me for a gumball.
Yeah, I guess that's even worse.
I mean, at least with the other one, $4 million. You off me for a piece of bubble gum just because
Yeah.
you didn't like me? You couldn't just let me go for a piece of bubble gum.
And I mean, I think in both instances, you couldn't just let me go for.
I mean, I get that. I agree.
I
But
look
you
at it as
offer me for nothing versus because you possibly may have gotten something. You ended me for nothing versus you ended me for $4 million.
that's it.
I wasn't even worth a quarter. You just off me because you just off me.
And I do get that. That part I get. That's like a whole other story for another day. But what I'm saying is, how did you once sleep with me? How did you once share space with me? How did you once love on me? How did you once say I wanna build this? I wanna build whatever it is that I wanna. Lisa Savage, did you mean to come up? Cause I don't know who you is, and I don't got time for the nonsense right now.
Tashi, they build with less.
Huh?
And they ain't gotta like you to build with you.
I'm
They
not
ain't
talking.
gotta
I'm
like you
not,
to
but
sleep
I'm
with
not
you.
talking about those people. I'm talking about the people who actually build together. Those are the people I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like I just fly by night. We just me and you decide we're gonna do something, and then boom, we do we. But I'm talking about the people who have built together. I'm talking about the people who have I dude when they was 18 years old. I don't know. I want them to put something
Because
in the
they
thing because I
got
don't know
older
who that
and
is,
grew
and
to
I don't know if
dislike
it's
them.
somebody on another page that I just don't know. I'm talking about those people. I'm talking about the people who like have grown together. We've built together. We've made children together. Now we starting to make money together. Like those are the people that I'm talking about. I ain't talking about me and you
Because
having like we at
they
one
got
time.
older.
Right, we at one time loved each other like to
Because
the
when
point
you
that we
get with
share being
somebody that
together.
young, y'all are not the same people as when you're older. So they no longer like you.
So that's my point.
Just like
Like,
that person that you once thought they were, they're not that person anymore.
so, and that's the point that I'm asking. When did you stop being that person? Because let me say this. It seems like when you hear these stories, the family don't know nothing about this changed person. Like all of these things, and it just seems like money made them change into somebody totally different. Or not wanting to, like, I stopped loving you, but instead of me just stop loving you and going on about my business, I say I gotta take you up out of here because I want to get all of you. I want to get your insurance policy, or I don't want to split the cost of not being with you anymore. As opposed to just saying,
Because
"Hey,
money do something for
hey, we
people.
built we built this shit. This shit don't work no more. I get it. We fallen out or whatever. We've grown in separate directions and whatever, what have you. Yes, we have built this together. So I'm not more deserving of it than you are. No matter what each person's role is, why can't we just split it and baby go split it however we supposed to split it, and you go your way and I go my way. Why somebody gotta go?
Because a lot of times they become selfish. A lot of times money changes the person that they are. A lot of times there'll be one person when they're broke and somebody completely different when they get money. I was just watching a
Right, but why?
Squid
Okay,
movies
but
or
what I'm
whatever it
saying,
was.
okay, so Nikki, we together, we making millions. If we separate, we're still gonna make millions. I still have the money. I might not have 50 million, but now I got 20 million.
No, they want it all. It's selfishness.
That's the craziest shit in the world. That's but that I'm going
But
to,
money,
but I'm going to in my brain process taking you out of here. But
yeah,
it's not like I'm about to be broke. It's not like I'm about to. It's not like I'm about to
that
be with $0 and 0 cents. I just don't want to split it with you.
yeah, that it doesn't matter if you were gonna get half.
But Tip, like
I
even
don't. I don't want you to get half. I don't want to give you anything of what I have.
but
And if
we
I
have it.
split
That's what
with
I'm saying.
you, it doesn't matter, Tashi. That doesn't matter because in their heads is I. If we split this, then you're gonna get mine.
So that's the part that I would love to be like in somebody's brain to know like when did this become mine instead of ours? Because at a point I'm sure where y'all was building and whatever was going on, it was we building this, we doing this. Where in their brain is that cut off that like and I know and I know let me say this, I know that a lot of people who are on the front end of building something looks like you are that person. And so I'm sure that that's the mindset that they have. But what about your back end person? And whoever the back end person is, whether it's the husband or the wife, that back end person holding down so much shit so that you can be in the front. And so when does the division of we become I in their brain? That's the one part that I be like wondering. When did you turn off the we and it's just I, and now you like I want to share what I built instead of what we built, and I could take you up out of here because I don't want to share that part.
I mean, it's just like the people. She done slaved all her life away to send you through school to get you to a better position. And then once you get there, it's I did this. She gotta go.
Right. I think I and that's what I'm saying. Like so, like where in your brain do you mentally separate? Because again, when you hear most of the stories, it starts off, well, we built this, and then when you get to the nitty gritty of the why, if you ever get to the why, it's I didn't want to lose this. I didn't want to like, when the fuck did it get to I when it was we? So you build together. They thought of what you built, going.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. And Tashi know firsthand. We just seen this shit with Todd.
Well, all the times been just
Todd. Listen, no, because we just seen this shit with Todd. Todd was a contractor. Okay, his wife was a realtor, right? She was scheming from Todd. Todd didn't really know what she was doing for real. She was taking $300,000 from Todd. Okay? Todd wised up, okay, and got a secret will made. Because all Jody was seeing, what was her name? Jody Cody? One of them bitches. But what she was doing was thinking that she had, well, even though she was in debt, but at one point she had the money and he supported her. Okay? But that wasn't enough for her because she wanted, like it was greed. She just wanted and Todd was standing in her way. She didn't give a damn about her 3 boys. So, like, her mind, one think about that, she was
and that's what, and I get that. So that's why I said I would love to be in the brain of the person. Like, when does the we cut off and it becomes all about me, all about what I want? Because at a point, it's about what we want. We building, we doing this, we building legacy, we blah, 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 all of the shit the folks say when they building. When do your brain cut off and say, "This my shit"?
When they get to a certain amount of money.
Like this, you know what?
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say that. I was going
when
to
they get
say
to a certain
that
amount of
maybe,
money.
and sometimes maybe Ty had already had the money, right? And she probably was like, okay. But he probably encouraged her, hey, you know, you've been talking about your dreams, you want to be this, that, whatever, and the third. But in the back of her mind, she probably still had, like, I'm going to do this. This ain't what I want to do, but I'm going to do it. Because at this point, she already done had kids. You get what I'm saying? So, Todd trying to help you out, and you say, fuck that. Fuck Todd. I'm finna fent his ass on numerous occasions. And she seen that fent wasn't touching him. You done tried drinks, motherfucking peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It just wasn't enough. And I think that sometimes they might go into it. But then it's
like, why not just walk away? Let me just say this, and especially if I didn't try.
Maybe because they feel like any little bit of time they put in, I want what's due. yeah, you can walk away, but at the end of the day, some people mind ain't like that. They'll go to hell, even though they're gonna be locked up and they did it all for nothing. But it's the thrill. And they can get away with it. Some of them can get away with it, but that goddamn Google get them every time.
Listen, the thrill to be like, I don't want to be that thrill that I got to take you up out of here. Then I got to do all this crying and lying.
But we're not in their mind.
I get it. I'm just saying, like, you got to do, you got to do all this shit.
They can't. If you go to them, they can't even tell. I guarantee a majority of them can't even tell you why they did it. Because they'll say, "I should have walked away." Because now your ass sitting behind them.
It might, and I don't know. I mean, like, let's just say we marry young. I can't say if it's not a biblical definition or whatever. We have maybe they was yoked for each other or whatever the Bible folks call it. It still is like, I know you grow, you all of that good stuff. We change, we constantly changing, and so on and so forth. But like, when that still is not answering, like, when does it click off that it's no longer we, but it's I? So like, I mean, none of us can answer unless some of y'all that took some folks up out of here. Don't tell nobody. If you got away with it, just be quiet and don't go on Google.
But Tashi, how do we know it's never been I? Just because you saying we, don't mean that in your head you're not saying I.
I mean, if that
I could be using you,
and that
to get to what I want,
and that could be true. That definitely could be, some truth to it. But I'm saying, like, it again. I'm speaking because a lot of times you see that with more. The real fast relationships. I'm talking about the relationships where y'all been broke together. Y'all didn't, bought your first house together. You did all of those things together. I'm not talking about like we both coming in, whatever.
But even in some of their heads that in those relationships you're talking about, it's still I in their head. It's not we. It's still I.
I mean, it could be. It definitely could be. I just think that I don't know. I think I'll say this. I think
not meant for you to know, Tashi, or you'd be taking somebody else out.
Huh?
It's not meant for you to know, because otherwise you'd be taking somebody up out of here.
Yeah, I mean,
if you knew why they did it, you would be the same as them.
That's why I would love. That's why I said I would love to like just. Can I just like pick your brain? Like, when did you?
No.
Like,
no, because the moment people start picking people's heads, that's when they become like that person.
Yeah, Red. That's why
we have them copycat people.
No, baby. I like to know. I like to just be knowing stuff, baby. I ain't in the business.
Some things you ain't supposed to know.
Listen, I am. Y'all doing this stuff too freely. Oh, Bria was like, I ain't mean to come up here. Get me up out of here.
Some of this stuff you're not meant to know.
I think we should be.
No.
I think I'm gonna look up some interviews of these crazy people, because there's some people that want you to know, and I just would like to know, like, when does it turn off? Did it never turn on? So y'all put that out as a possibility.
But then you're going to have other questions.
I know.
Because you're going to be like, well, why did it do that? Well, when?
It's because I'm on the computer.
But why?
What's the name? And I ain't feel like adjusting the sound. So we just go echo it out. It's almost, it's almost that time anyway. Because my voice is leaving me. That's how I know when it's almost time. It's like, girl, you've been talking for too long. See, I don't got no all day long TikTok voice. I don't know how these folks be talking and hollering and screaming and yelling all damn day long.
It is past your
Cause
bedtime,
listen,
Tachi.
you hear this voice, baby. This voice,
Mm-hmm.
this. Let me say something. I don't know how they do it. Bless the people who be on here for 12 hours, motherfucking running their mouths all damn day long. Cause about an hour
Yes,
30
I
for
just
me.
came up here to tell you to go to bed. Okay, it's
You know
past
it's
your bedtime. Good
almost
night.
bedtime. Girl, you know it's almost the bedtime. We just trying to still figure out these crazy people, sweet. They crazy. Why is these people taking these folks out when it's time when y'all starting to get a little money? Why? Don't take me out when we get a little bit of money. Let me go. Let me go on down the street. Be in my new boo. You be with your new boo. We sever all these financial things we got going on. Right, they psycho. When you say psychopathic, I can't even say it like you said, baby. Cause
Hell, in some of these, you can't go be with your new boo.
just let me be with my new. Listen, just that's all I'm saying.
I just
I
watched one of them things
don't. See if I
on
can't even say it.
TikTok where the dude
Psychopathic.
broke into the old girl house with his ex-girlfriend. He punched the ex-girlfriend in the face, then shot her new boyfriend.
Oh,
Thank you.
These people is
Ray.
dangerous.
Thank you. Yeah. What it is, just punched her in the face and shot their new boyfriend.
Right, Ashade. Wait a minute now. Listen,
You're so
let me
sweet.
tell y'all something. I talk a lot of shit, but I can't even like process taking somebody up out of here for money. Cause money is so tangible, and I know it brings so many things, but it's so you can have millions and maybe lose it in no time. We see it all the time. Like you, so like if you don't even
They
have
don't care.
if you don't have a like to just have it for the moment, like I didn't either orchestrate it or I didn't took a life. Let's just say you get the money. Let's say you get it.
It do be green.
And then baby it's gone because the universe ain't gonna let you keep it. The universe gonna
They don't
put
care.
the universe gonna put you go tell the folks that you was on the Google anyway. Searching
They do not care.
what the people be searching for. How to
Baby,
How to-
how much
how to
fit?
hide a body.
How much fit? No, baby.
what the
how
lady
much
put?
fit?
How much fit would take somebody
How
out?
much
What?
fit? Yes.
The lady wrote a check
How
for
much
some fit.
fit?
Girl, is you cool? Why would you write a check to
Baby,
get some
she
fit?
wasn't cool.
Why would you write that
That's
people
like
a
when
check?
somebody
I just be wanting to know, like, and then some stuff, I just be like, baby, you should have just left him
But the
alive, because
boy,
you
we seen it with
you
the
about to
boy.
go to jail. You not even finna get no money. Like, y'all setting
No,
these
Tasha, we
rules.
seen it with the what's it, the young boy? We seen it with the young boy when he unalived them two people, and then when they arrested him, he told the man he envisioned doing it. So then the detective said, "Well, when you look at me, what do you see?" He said, "Me
Baby, what that
taking the
man
tie
said, be
around
taking
your
that
neck
tie around your neck. I said, oh, he sick as crazy.
and put his head through that glass mirror." So it's just like,
But let me say this: the one thing about him is I respect him because he let them folks know I'm gone right here. When the officer asked him that question, he'll never need to get out no more. He's dangerous to the world. The entire all of whatever everywhere in the world needs to know about him. So let's keep him locked up. And I get it at that particular time. But like,
and I think that I want your next topic to be
hold on.
like discussion about does psych what they call the institutions, because that's what the little boy went to. do they like help or harm? Because he went to an institution and baby, they let him out.
Well, they say he
And
was
then maybe he
rehabilitated.
didn't not even girl, Tashi, I don't really think that they really be evaluating these people for real. I'm just being honest.
So I'm gonna say this because psych ain't my like arena. I know we got a lot of folks that had social work and psych and so on and so forth. I only know a little. I know the nursing side of it, and now the nursing side of it. Well, my history of working in psych has been is that nobody is truly rehab properly. I have worked in a hospital, which is acute, and I've also worked in places that house people with mental illness. And on both ends of the spectrum, I what I have seen in Chicago, I can't speak for nobody else. They're not really rehab; they're more medicated, and medicated to me is just like dumbing down what's going on, and it's no real like get to the core of what's really going on with them. So that is a good conversation to have, um, as it relates to psych, and is psych truly rehab? No. And one thing that we also know is that um, funding for psych has gone down the hill, and those that can pay for psych, uh, as we all have seen, if you could pay for it, you're gonna go to some place that's really cushy and really nice. And is it because healing is ugly? Period. I don't care who you are. Healing is ugly. Psych healing, I'm sure, has to be the most horrible thing because you got to get down to the root cause of why whatever is going on with you. Plus, you got to figure out, you know, what's the chemical imbalance and why you got the chemical imbalance because that's all it is. And so, get it down to the nitty gritty of that. I don't think I have not in my damn near 30 years of healthcare seen where I've seen one case that I could say somebody was rehabbed.
Yes, that's all I was saying. Because that boy, like, it's just even the other boy. Well, no,
And I'm
him.
sure it's
It was the
even
guy.
worse in the
Because you
jail
remember?
system.
Yes.
Now, what I will say is because he went as a juvenile, even though they treated him like an adult, but they probably still put him on, you know, not with grown people. Maybe he got some extensive help. I don't know. I can't speak for all of the jail systems. I know here, uh,
Yeah, it's terrible. The
um,
jail system is terrible.
right. So, it again, the
It's
jail system.
horrible.
Let's be honest. The jail system is like the hospital system for a lot of psych. It's like the babysitter. Like I'm gonna tell you this. Like right now, we get ready to go to the first of the month. I can tell you right now that the emergency rooms and the psych institutions will be packed. They'll let them out by the weekend, and they'll reinvent the cycle again. Or like this last week, it's been very heavy going into psych because one, they're out of their money. Um, Two, they're probably out of their medicine if they're taking their medicine. The first of the month is coming, and we know the first of the month triggers a lot of different things for a lot of people. They housing insufficiencies. Um, they go dibble and dabble into whatever the drug of choice is because they're using the drug of choice as medicine as opposed to taking the medicine because they don't like how the medicine make them feel. Um, so you just have that cycle of things, or they're gonna do something stupid so that they get locked up for a couple of days. The cycle does not change.
I
Like
will
you,
say that.
I used to, when I used to work psych, I can tell you without looking at the calendar about seeing certain people what time of the month it was, just because the cycle
I
was a
will say
cycle.
that the one, well, maybe the two institutions that my uncle was at, they definitely failed him. That like they didn't care whether he, even though they were the ones that were supposed to give him the medicine, it was just like, oh, we ain't gonna, like, they went checking to make sure he swallowed the pills. He was leaving the building. Like, they failed him both times. Now, he did go to one where he was locked in there, and he did so much better in there. And he was on the track of taking his medicine, you know. But the other two, they
But
failed
like,
him horribly, and like he went a long time without taking it.
but like, say you go to a nursing home, um, that's locked. Yes, you get the benefit because one, they kind of get into the use of the habit and so on and so forth. So they're medicated. However, have they talked about have we reached what's going on with the person? So that's where the next deficit is because like we could get you on your medicine, we could get you to a regulated state because that's what being in a lot of locked places will get you. But then they don't have the personnel there that can actually give you what you need in order to dig into like what's going on, like how can we fix this. um there are going to be some people that need medicine for the rest of their days, but then what about those people that I might be in an acute episode that we could catch and not have them stay in this chronic episode for all of their days because we don't have the personnel there that's willing to be patient and do all of the things to kind of help them rehabilitate to a different state. That's just like going into like any place that's rehab, like physical therapy. Like the goal of physical therapy is to get you to a state where you're at whatever your maximum is. Um, and so that's something that's missing. What'd you say? Oh, is this picked you up, Tip? What? Right, and then but that's the next thing. So like I told you, I worked at a hospital, a big hospital here. That was it was at one point primarily a psych hospital. Um, like this is the place that you come on your 5150s. This is they had like a longer term, but not like a nursing home long term area where they kept the people. So this is but it also still was you could leave AMA before you got like to the lock unit. So like say for instance, police brought him in on a psych hold, and they act a fool in the emergency room, and they like, well, you can say yourself out of AMA. Um, and this person who's cutting up, acting a plum fool, not regulated, they let them go. Cause again, we can't hold you against your right unless you've been certified in. So like you come here because wherever you at says that this is going on, the hospital has dropped you off. If you haven't been seen by the doctors that you is going to be a certified admission in that window, a lot of them have learned I can still get up out of here. I want to go, and so they go and they're out on the streets to do what? To who? Mind you, somebody that brought them in because they done probably whooped up the whole family, or in somebody's nursing home acting a plum fool, and because they understand the system, they know like I got this certain amount of time in this window to be like I don't want to be here. And some places, some institutions just let them go, and they out on the streets. You out on the streets. You don't know that this fool just left the emergency room and should have been a direct admit somewhere, and you stuck.
But that's what they did. I don't know the place, but that's what they did. I seen it on the news. I think they released a patient to a nursing home,
They do it all the
and
time.
he beat the shit out of those people, and then he
They do it all the
raped
time.
an older lady.
But they do it all the
And I'm
time.
just like,
If
why
you
would y'all
if
even
you
do
have loved
that?
ones in nursing homes, one because psych places are they're not funded, so they're not open anymore. So where are these people gonna go? They're going to the nursing homes where your grandparents are living, um, and No shade to some of the administrations of nursing homes because I have managed them. I just didn't play that. Like, you're not gonna put a psych patient with my elderly 80-something-year-old grandfather or whatever, or with somebody who can't get up or can't, can't even call for help. Like, you got a psych patient in the room with somebody that is total care. Why? Like, it. Don't get me started. So like it is just those things. So again, miss admission to some place because why places want places just want to have a body in their building, but not looking at the ramifications of having this body in the building. If I know I'm in a senior community that's servicing these type of people, sorry, they can't come here. Like it, I get in trouble all the time. They just can't come here. We can't service this type of person. They want to send you somebody 300 damn pounds, 6'5", and my whole staff is women, little as me, with all of these elderly people. What are we gonna do? We don't have what it takes. We don't have no men here. This not a psych place. We don't have the capacity to do it, and so many people don't want to talk up and say like we don't want that. But then here it is, somebody's gotten raped, somebody's gotten beat up, and now you in trouble. Now you in jeopardy of your, it's called the IJ in the nursing home world. Now you're in trouble. You're in jeopardy of losing the facility. So like, was this one person worth it? And so that's what you have to look at. So, you know, my brother came home. Right. And so like, but like you just, but Tip, it's so dangerous. Like it's so sad, but the people are so misplaced because there's nowhere for the psych people to go. Like it's not a lot of psych institutions because people, companies don't want to deal with psych anymore. They don't want to deal with what comes with the monitoring of psych patients. However, you know what's happening is you slide somebody in there because he got hypertension, so let me slide you in this nursing home with these elderly people because you got hypertension or you got a few other medical things, but your major thing is psych. And so you see that as well. And so once you got them, they're yours, and you got to deal with them, and they around here whooping ass and taking names. And now you stuck with them because who want them? Who want them once I read the chart and see that you over here whooping everybody ass in the facility? Nobody wants them, and so now you stuck with them. So, but yeah. So we'll talk about that maybe. I think Sunday. I ain't gonna be doing nothing this weekend. So I think we'll be back for another Sunday conversation. We'll talk about, is rehabilitation really rehabilitation with the folks, um, the people who commit these crimes? Because I do know uh, the one young guy. He was fairly young. I feel like 15 or 16 or something. He was what they call him, the making of a psychopath, I think it said. He definitely was. He mutilated, um, sliced someone open, put a cell phone inside of them. Um, some elderly people, these were elderly people, uh, mutilated them with precision. And like nobody found out about it for quite some time until, um, yeah. See, sweet, you got to get up in the morning, baby. If you listen, some of them doggone, if you are up in the morning, I usually on stream at 7 my time. 7:30. We listen to true crimes, honey. When I tell you, some of the true crimes we be listening to, you be like, I know you fucking lying. How you having a Sunday conversation? No, no, no. Because it goes way deeper, I should say. Um, Child, we be cutting up. I'm up, but I'm running. Right. So that's what we usually do with child. I be getting ready for work for 2 hours, and we be listening and chit chatting, and most folks is getting ready for work and chiming in. But the stories be crazy as hell. Baby, this young man, we already and I should we already watched this story, so we ain't gonna listen to it again. But it just was like how you this young and this. I blame it on the video games and this crazy. Yeah, they be a lot. Some of them they be too much. Child, you be seeing what these folks be. Their minds be like, you be like, how is your mind this doggone go? This doggone go at
No,
15.
Tashi, you forgetting he got angry. Well, his anger really started because his
Oh
mom
yeah, his
ended up
mama.
turning lesbian and started going with his kindergarten teacher.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. So yeah,
And
so
so he
that's where
had
it
a
started.
lot
He
of
looked.
anger.
So yeah, it started off because his mom left his dad and became went into the LGBTQ plus community, and the person that his mom picked was his fifth grade teacher or first grade
Kindergarten.
kindergarten teacher.
Kindergarten.
So that was the start of what he didn't like, and then he transitioned. He choked out a cat in the middle of the street. Was the
But
first.
what make it so bad is what make it so crazy is that he won an award for saving his dad's life, right? Doing
Oh
CPR. Because you
yeah,
remember they had like the little,
he had like a little purple
yeah,
heart for saving his dad's life, and he was on the news
he
and
did
everything.
CPR on his. Hmm.
And
And then
then
when he was locked up, he was on the TV talking about
when
how
he choked out that
rehabilitated he
cat,
was.
when they said he choked out that cat in the
Yeah,
middle of the street, I was like, yeah, he did everything they said he did.
because his best friend told on him.
The best friend was
Hmm.
like, dang, he did this, and so then, because he mutilated two elderly people, and
Yes,
when I tell you mutilated, and they
he
said it
cut
was
with
they said it
perfect.
was with such precision and all of this other stuff that they was like they
But then
knew.
yes, and he knew it was gonna be like a bloody. I'm from Florida, sweet baby, right? Um,
And them people
but
was
he
in
even
Florida
taped
too, man. Y'all,
the,
all the crazies be in
but
Florida.
he definitely taped the bottom of his shoes so that they wouldn't leave footprints. He would have got away with it if his best friend would have told.
But he was
What
taking
I
his
saw like,
tech. Oh, you here to Florida?
oh,
And to top it off, all of the crazies be from Florida. Y'all don't never fail me because I be like, we just wait to hear where they say they be from. And the story might be in another state, but they always, well, I ain't gonna say always, a lot of the time come from the old Sunshine State. Oh, you Floridians, y'all really know how to cut up. Y'all know how to cut up. Sweet, ain't you down there with them? In old Sunshine State? They shouldn't even call y'all the Sunshine State, all that dark ass shit y'all be doing down there in Florida. Because it be dark and ugly. No, I'm just joking. She be sad. She over there because she right up the street from Jit. Y'all is the light. Baby. There ain't no light, baby. It be dark. I be like, ooh. Listen, we be listening hard to be like, well, where they gonna say they from? Where they gonna say they from? And lo and behold, they always be having a Florida connection. By way of not the light bulbs. I put no light bulbs over here in that dark. I think that little crazy little boy that sliced up everybody was from Florida, if I ain't mistaken. But at any rate, we'll be back. What's today? Tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday we walk. 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So we're gonna be on for probably one episode of our favorite crazy people that be transplants. That might be true too. But baby, they be repping Florida like they from the Sunshine State. Um, with a little spice. So we got to do a little walking. We're gonna get up about 7 ish. Um, gonna play us one little recorder while I get ready, cause y'all know it take me forever to get ready. While I get ready, we're gonna walk a little bit tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So get your walking shoes. We're gonna walk in our homes. We ain't going outside. In your house. Be ready. You only need a little bit of space. I ain't gonna make y'all do nothing crazy. But if you want to add on to this, if you have it, have some light weights available, no more than 5 pounds. If you want to take it up a notch with our walking, get your bands. So I'm gonna be band walking because I gotta work on these here legs because they're getting a little too jiggly for myself. So I'm gonna walk with bands on. I'm gonna be crying the entire time, but you won't know it. I'll be crying on the inside. Um, and I think we need to take it up a notch a little bit on the walking because I've been so nice to everybody. I haven't really worked you guys like we need to work and have a little bit of sweat pouring from us. So join me at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time if you want a nice workout. If you miss a workout, you can always go over there on the YT where I store all of the walks and get you a little walk in if I ain't doing no walk at the time that you can do the walk, or if you want to replay of the current walk, it'll be up there over there. Now I might pause because I'll be listening to some ratchet music, and so tomorrow will be probably a walking ratchet day. I feel it in my shando, but everybody make sure that you drink your water tonight. Remember, um, 8 to 10 ounces before you go to bed of water, right before you hit, you know, knock on out. Put you another 8 to 10 ounces on your bedside so that you can drink it first thing in the morning. Before you do all that, now if you got to pee, go pee. I don't want you to pee on yourself. But first thing, don't worry about brushing your teeth. It'll be all right. Just rinse it on down. Drink that water so that you can, do all of the happy, nice things to your body because you've been asleep. Don't get y'all asses up in the middle of the night and start your digestion system because you done ate something that you ain't supposed to eat. Take the snacks from off the side of your bed. Don't eat no chips, dip. You could sip a little water, that's it. But don't be eating nothing. Don't get up in the middle of the night and eat nothing. Because why? It starts your digestive system, your digestion process. And what happens is your body can't do all of the shit it's supposed to do for you at nighttime when you sleep because you making it digest some damn chips or whatever you did ate. So don't put nothing else in your mouth for the rest of the night but some water. Okay? When you get up in the morning, drink your water, take your vitamins, get you a good multivitamin. Y'all lacking in something. We know y'all lacking in something. Get your vitamin in. Drink your water, take your vitamins, um, and mind your business. And if you're going to mind somebody else's business, just peek in the wood shade, close your, close it up a little bit. Just be a little nosy. Don't be all the way nosy. If you're going to be up all night, remember when you don't get enough sleep, your body spills cortisol. You stay in fight or flight. Your stomach stay fat. Go y'all asses to sleep so the body can do whatever it needs to do. Whatever y'all listening to, it's going to be there in the morning. Trust me. And especially on this app. Somebody going to play it 42,000 times so you ain't got to stay up and try to be in the mix to hear it in the middle of the night. Good night, y'all.